What's up, my friends? Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to serve anyone who's looking to level up from their current situation. This show is dedicated to helping raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts out there, those who want more out of life, those who want to do more, those who want to be more, those who love the thrill, the joy, and the connection of what these high performance engines bring into our lives. Because holding them wide open is just what we do. Being a good freaking person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Today, we're going to be continuing the discussion from the last episode, but we're going to actually be moving the topic deeper in the direction of motorsports. Like last episode, I was talking about wifey and how love really fuels your drive for success. And today we're going to be taking that deeper. We're going to taking the direction deeper into the motorsport topic, because when you're passionate about living a high performance lifestyle, as I am, as I'm sure a lot of you who listen and who watch the podcast and who support the movement are as well, having a wife who also loves going fast, who also loves motorsports, who also is into the things that you love, takes things to a whole new level in your relationship. And have you guys seen like that friend, or man, and maybe this you, and I mean no offense by this, but if it is you, send this episode to your wife, because maybe this might give her that perspective shift that she needs to realize that sharing a passion for these hobbies that we love so much will only increase the bond between you two. It really does. It's worked for me and my wife, and I'm putting this out there so maybe it might help you and your husband, or you and your wife, right? But maybe you've seen those friends who, they're out there and like they're trying to hide, every time they buy car parts or motorcycle parts from their significant other, or like those friends who like they get nagged at every time that they want to go to a meetup and hang out with their race car buddies and maybe even get a couple races in for the night. Those wives who like they won't give you alone time to go work on your build, even though that's what really brings you some sanity and brings you peace and brings you joy. Like those wives out there that are always bitching and complaining when you're riding together in the car and you come across this other gearhead on the road, man, and you decide to have some fun and freaking slam on the gas, and they're like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? What are you doing? Hold on, stop. You know what I'm talking about, man? Like, when I see those type of relationships, like it makes me cringe. It makes me like, oh man, like I feel so sorry. And I mean this in no offense, absolutely. I actually mean it in a way of like helping you change your perspective. Because when I see that, it literally makes me cringe, because I see the happiness literally just being sucked out of like that man's livelihood. Like I've seen it so much, and like, man, it just makes me so sad. It's almost as if like they don't realize how much happier they'd both be if they were to support one another with the things that they like, with the things that they enjoy, with the things that they feel passionate about. And for the record, fellas, this goes both ways, man. I don't want you, wives listening to this, I don't want you to think that, oh, there's only one side. This goes both ways. You got to be able to support the wife with the shit that she loves too. Because when you do that, it only increases the chances of her doing the same for you. And that's when your relationship grows. The one thing that was different when I got into the relationship with Janelle, my wife, was that I decided to be the most authentic version of myself that I could be. Like, I didn't want to hide anything. I just wanted to be me. And I did that because I wanted this shit to last. Like, I knew that if I was going to make it work, she would have to fall in love with me, with the true version of myself. I didn't want for her to like really like or fall in love with some polished version that hides the things that I truly like, just so that she could like me. Nah, I'm in this for the long run. And so it was important for me to be my true authentic self. And that meant really just expressing myself fully with my passions for motorcycles, with my passions for cars, with my passions for boats, with my passions for racing. Shit, pretty much basically anything that has a motor in it and that goes fast, I'm fucking passionate about. And it was important for her to understand how much I love that. And to my surprise, she actually loved those things too. And maybe that's why we hit it off so good from the beginning. I don't know. It could be a thing or two, but I've seen relationships out there that partners start to learn what the other partner enjoys, and they start to be a part of that, and it goes both ways, husband to wife and wife to husband, and they start thriving. Like, they start shining, they start enjoying the activities, and they start having some fun ass date nights because you start doing the things that one another enjoys, and you start being there for one another, and that's truly what makes a relationship bond and thrive, in my opinion. Like man, when it came to race nights, I remember that Janelle would be there right in my fucking passenger seat in my Camaro, like filming. She would be there with her free video, getting the video, and actually she would be there calling off like the races. You ready? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go! and it was fucking awesome. Like, and everybody would look at me like, yo, that's fucking badass. She's like one of the guys, and it's because she just enjoyed what I enjoyed too, and that made us thrive. Like, that made us like bring just this extra edge to the relationship that normally you don't have, right? And when it came to bike nights, like, she would come on my motorcycle too. Like, she would always and I would say always. I laughed there because we did that for a little bit, right? Like, she would come passenger with me, but to be fully transparent with y'all, like, it didn't last for long. It really didn't. It didn't last for long because I like to do wheelies. I like to do tricks. I like to do stoppies. I like to mess around on my motorcycle. And even though I could do them with her, which I have in the past, don't get me wrong, sometimes things go wrong. And if I can avoid it, I will, because I couldn't live with myself if we both were to go down and hit the floor and get all scraped up just because I was eating shit like that. And so when I started putting some thought into it, like, I did the next best thing. And so instead of taking her with me, what we did is I got her own motorcycle, and I taught her to ride so that now she could come with us on the rides. And to this day, like, it's been amazing because I see like my friends out there who is like, and she doesn't come with me all the time, but on days that she wants to, like, it just fuels the relationship. Like, I see friends, what I was gonna say is, I see friends out there that are like, oh man, my wife's bitching because I'm going out and riding again. And I was like, yo, why don't you fucking bring her? Why don't you teach her how to ride so she can be with you? Like, and then they're like, oh, I don't know. And I fucking hesitated on that for very little. And we moved forward on it. And it just brought joy and greatness to our relationship. Like, we started another thing that we could bond and share a topic around, right? And like back to like the Camaro, like, to this day, she still knocks on my truck, on my Turbo Silverado, because she truly just likes the Camaro a lot more. Like, and maybe it's because for a while, like, it was faster than my truck. I don't know. Like, we did share a lot of fucking cool experiences on that Camaro. But I'll tell you now, right now, like, even though it weighs a lot more than 1,000 pounds more, my truck is probably just as fast and more reliable than my Camaro was back then when it was turbo, when it was the fastest it's ever been. But so many great memories were created in that Camaro, like, versus the ones that we have yet to create in the truck. And maybe that's why she always likes the Camaro. I don't know. It's a sports car. If you remove the T-tops, it's just a different vibe than a truck. And maybe she'll never like the truck as much as she likes the Camaro, because she's always throwing jabs and like saying how much she misses the Camaro, when I'm gonna get it back, and like that truck. But we vibe on that. That's a subject that we vibe. And I actually remember the last night that the shotgun turbo Camaro drove, like, and I call it like the shotgun Camaro because it would literally throw fireballs out of the exhaust, like, and it sounded like a shotgun going off. So like, my friends named that, like, I didn't give it the name. They started like saying it, joking around, oh, the shotgun Camaro, because it sounded like an explosion. Like, when you sit on the two-step when you're about to launch, and when you shift gears, it'll throw massive bombs. So they named it that. But I remember the last time that car drove, like, it was a December night. The weather was nice and cool, like, and I was like, I told her, hey babe, what's up? You down to go out and like look for some action? You're down to just go have some fun? You're down to just enjoy some time together? And she was like, fuck yeah, let's go do it. And so we were like off of like Okeechobee, which is like some kind of far out road. Not a lot of traffic. We're actually heading towards Mexico. quotation marks for those of you that are not watching and are just listening. So we're heading out to Mexico, and I decided to make a test pass so that everything was running good. So that when we got there, I knew that the things were going good. And I would always be making test passes. I would make a test pass for the test pass because I just fucking love going fast. I love the feeling of the joy of the speed of the G forces of when you fucking step on it, right? And so fucking car blew up like mid third gear pull, and it was fucking hauling ass too, man. That shit was like nose up in the air, and all of a sudden, boom, big explosion, freaking fire out the side of the hood. We pulled over, and sure enough, right there, oil all over the ground, blew a hole through the block, and it was just memories. It's another memory to add to the massive amount of memories that we had in that car, and maybe that's why she likes that car so much. And then we'll be back. But since then, like we've both leveled up. Like now she used to drive like a Volkswagen EOS, which is a hardtop convertible turbo. We had a nice tune in it, which woke it up big time. Now she drives an SRT Jeep, all-wheel drive. Thing is badass. Light stoplight to stoplight. It's hard to beat it with just a regular car on the street. And I drive my turbo Silverado. I've been talking about it here on several podcast episodes, and both of ours are daily drivers. Like we both drive something that's fast, that makes us smile, that we can fucking have some fun with, right? And if you look at our DMs, like if I were to open up my phone, which we're recording right now, but if I were to open up my phone and show you my DMs, like they're filled between Janelle and I, they're filled with inspirational stuff. They're filled with like things, vacations where we want to go to where they're filled with how to level up our business, but they're also filled with the next cars on the list that we want to add to our fleet. Like they're filled with cool motorcycle videos, they're filled with cool car videos, they're filled with specifically the type of cars that we want to add next, because we're big on envisioning, we're big on bringing to our forefront, the things that we want. And so I'm always sending her, every time I see a Porsche, let's say I had to say that right, Porsche 911 Turbo S, any picture, any video, anything that has to do, I send it to her in the DM. And I send it to her because that's the car that she has on her vision board. Like, that's the car that she wants to get. That's the car that that's the next on her list, right? And I have no doubt, seeing how her business is flourishing, how her business is growing, how much she's thriving in just the workplace, how much she's fucking being a boss. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that it's only a matter of time till she pulls out her dream car. Like, and she's gonna fucking get it, right? And so for me, she's always sending me like on top of like the motivational, inspirational videos, how to get better, how to improve our relationship, how to like vacations, but more so like motorcycle videos, car videos, and she sends me several car videos, pictures, like different ones, because for me, I like different cars. I'm a car guy. I'm a motorcycle guy. I'm a gearhead, And so we like to have that back and forth communication, and it's all through DMs. And I wish I could show it to you because it's really how it rolls, right? And of course, she fucking sends me like Turbo F body when she sees it, Turbo F body Camaro. And like every time like I see one, I'm like, like it's kind of like a little small jab in the stomach. But I know that she sends them from a good place, a place of encouragement, a place of empowerment, because she wants to see that car back in the road, and it reminds her of how much fun we've had with that car, and I'm sure she wants to bring new memories with that car, right? And she also sends me C601 videos or pictures, or anytime she sees a badass C601, she sends it to me, and I will have that car one day. It might not be my next one, but I will own one for sure. And it's more like a nostalgic type of thing for me, because it's in my opinion, it's like the last of the true Corvette body style. Yeah, they have the C7 ZR1, which that one's also a bad motherfucker. Don't get me wrong, that car is badass, and it also comes stick shift, not like the new CH, which don't come stick shift. I'm a big stick shift guy. I love that. I feel like those are like dinosaurs, that they're a dying breed, and not too many people even know how to drive those. But she sends me a couple of those too. But for me, like there's just something about that C6 ZR1 that hits me like deep in my feels, man. Like it's a nostalgic type of thing, and I will own one. And she always sends them to me. And then there's this other one that I've actually had my eyes on for a minute now. And I'm not going to share it with you guys, unfortunately. You're going to actually, you're going to have to keep following the journey, man. You're going to have to see what comes to life down the line. And I don't want to share it because I'm a big believer on just staying focused and putting in front of you what you want and not sharing everything, because so many people out there unfortunately kind of wish bad on you. And for us, we stay focused, we stay driven, we stay putting out good vibes, good energy, but also we keep a lot of things private. And so this one that I'm working on, like, you're gonna have to keep following the journey if you want to see what it is. And I will tell you that it's something that I'm working on to replace my daily driver. Right now my daily driver is my turbo Silverado, but this new thing that I'm looking at, it's going to be replacing the Silverado as a daily driver, and it will happen. I just got to keep grinding. I got to keep hustling, and I got to keep busting my ass so that hopefully around, next year, my birthday time, which is right now it's April, so a little less than a year, man, I'll be able to add that new ride to the collection. Like, I'm going to do it. I'm so excited for that one. So ladies and fellas too, man, support each other in the things that your partner loves. Like, dedicate time to one another by doing those passionate ride-alongs. Like, make those shits a date night out of it. Get silly with each other, like, and empower one another to do more and be more. Because when you do that, not only does your relationship flourish, but so will your happiness and so will your bond. You guys will grow closer together. And when your passion for doing the things that we all do grows, your relationship becomes stronger as a result. So my friends, hold that bitch wide open, bro. Yo, and I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the freaking ground, and I'm calling out all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's prove to the world that we're truthfully some badass motherfuckers. Those of you who made it to the end of the episode, I want to say that you got yourself a win, man, and I genuinely appreciate you for investing your valuable time into the Live Wide Open podcast. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others improve is the mission that God has tasked us with. We are driven individuals working on breaking the fucking stereotype and becoming the best that we can be. Join me on this journey while we help as many motorsport enthusiasts as possible to create the best lives that we can imagine. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you freaking waiting for, my friends? Go ahead, smash that subscribe button so that you never miss another episode. You can follow me on my Instagram. My handle is WideOpenRandy. Yo, and if you felt any connection to today's message, I sincerely ask that you please share this on your stories, because those are the actions that get more people to see and hear about this podcast. And ultimately, those are the actions that help us spread the message the most. I'll catch you guys on the next episode, but till then, live your life wide open, my friends. Peace.